Hi, this is Priya Kumar. I'm a motivational speaker and an author. I have written 8 inspirational books that have won 8 international awards. My new book, The Calling, Unleash Your True Self, has just been released and I'm doing a 50-city campaign with the book. So it's a lot of excitement. I'm very humbled with the reviews that have come in and I'm very encouraged to write more. And while I'm doing this campaign with the 8th book, I've already started on my 9th. And I'm doing these video series to take the message forward, to take the message broader. And the topic of discussion that I'm putting forward today is how to promote yourself in 5 easy ways. You know, I feel promotion is a very big thing for everybody. It doesn't matter whether you're a writer or you're an executive or a salesperson or a painter or an artist. If you do not promote, you're not going to grow to the heights you're worthy of. And whose responsibility is it to promote? You know, as much as an author may think, oh, it is the publisher's responsibility to promote. Well, it sure is. But if he doesn't, then what? Then does it mean that my career is doomed? No, I urge every author, artist, anybody who's working and wants to go ahead in life, that you take the responsibility of your own promotion. You take the responsibility of your own success. That way, you won't have somebody to blame and you will have you to give credit for, and your success and how far you will go will be in your hands. So how do you do that? Step number 1 is appreciate your own work and your own achievements. You see, a lot of times we ourselves are critical about our work and we're waiting for somebody else to make ourselves feel better. Well, if you don't like your work, chances are you've put that vibe or that doubt in other person's heads as well. So you appreciate your work. Go tell others about it. What's holding you back? When you meet your colleagues at the coffee station, or when you meet your friends, or when you meet your bosses or seniors, to say, you know, the greatest thing about today was blah, or you know, my greatest achievement for the week was that, or you know, this amazing thing happened at work and this is how I handled it, or this terrible thing happened at work and this is how I handled it. What holds you back from talking about your successes? And while somebody may say, you know, oh, it seems like I'm blowing my own trumpet, well, you have to, first of all, otherwise you got to pay a lot of bucks to do that. And while you do that, also ask the other person, what was great about your day today? Tell me, I would love to know. That way it balances out. You see, people like to appreciate you, but they may not be paying attention. You know, everybody's stressed out, everybody's busy, nobody has the time. And in that, maybe they don't even have the time to recognize you or appreciate you. So you take on the job of, you know, educating others or informing others about your successes and achievements, as long as you also balance it out by hearing the other person's side of the story. And even if he has nothing great to tell you that day, at least he's inspired by yours. And if you make it a habit to tell about your great stuff and also inquire about others, chances are they will start thinking about it and may become more appreciative about themselves and tell you about it next time they meet you. Probably they're also very critical about themselves. So that is the first way. Now the second way is this: whatever your successes are, whatever your achievements are, put them down on your LinkedIn profile. You know, there is this whole heading you can make: achievements and outstanding performances, and make them worthy of adding them there. You see, you're jazzing up your profile, you're adding a lot of accomplishments to your profile. Put it in the computer. You know, if you don't have a LinkedIn profile, or if you feel, okay, this is not so big to go into LinkedIn, why don't you put it on your computer? Put out a folder which says my accomplishments and outstanding performances and add it there. You see, all of this will come very handy when there is appraisal time, when there is promotion time. I mean, at that time, just print out that sheet or print out that profile and slip it into, you know, your seniors folder and say, by the way, since we are approaching appraisals, here is this little sheet for you to consider. And let's say even if you don't do that, even if you've just posted on your LinkedIn and your computer profile, just those outstanding achievements and those evidences of successes help you in a bad day. Because I will tell you, one one day you will be hit. One day probably you'll be feeling very low. One day you will doubt your own abilities, and that day it helps to take out that sheet and read through that, hey, I have done all of these things. You see, when the bad times come, we so easily, so sneakily, we forget all the good that we have done, all the successes that we have achieved. And that day, this folder will lift you up out of any gray area. The third one I say is, while you write your successes and your achievements, it would also be interesting to write what caused them, what kind of working style, what kind of attributes, what kind of circumstances aligned that you achieved this height, or you performed, or you outperformed. It's very important to be a student of success. You know, a lot of times people say that you learn a lot from failure. I say you learn a lot from success as well. Learn. No success is too small or too big to learn from. While you're writing your successes, also pen down, you know, these are the people that helped me, or this day that happened and therefore I became successful. And why do you need to write that? So you can repeat it. So now you can consciously create those circumstances. You can consciously befriend those people. You can very strategically employ those working styles, that kind of attitude, that way of thinking, and so on. And let us say, if your success was attributed to a crisis, okay, that there was a crisis and you handled it and now you emerged successful, it would be also very interesting, and I would say it would also be obligatory to put down policies and order that A, such a crisis should not arise again, and should it arise again, you're prepared with these 3 steps or these 4 steps that will sure shot take you back to success. Because you see, we have this short-term memory when it comes to remembering good things. Somehow the stress and negativity sticks in our head far longer than the positive things that we have done and achieved, and a documentation of that will be your best friend through crisis. And number 4 comes from these 3. You see, if you have done this right, what I would suggest is every bi-weekly or monthly or weekly, however it works for you, make an achievement folder and send it across to your boss's cabin. I mean, just send him like an achievement file. That's I understand you're very busy, but I'd like you to know that these are the things that we accomplished, and I say we because nobody makes it alone. While you're writing about your successes, it would be awesome also to give credit to the right sources and the right people. So therefore, you're not just bringing your successes into your bosses and seniors' notice, you're also bringing the contribution of your teammates and everybody else who was responsible out there. And I will tell you, they will love you for it, because generally people want to hog all the credit. But when you become the one who shares it in the correct proportion, I tell you, you'd become a hero of your department, of your office, or wherever it is that you work. And that way, can you imagine when your boss gets a file which says achievement of the week, you made his day. Because you know, the higher you go, the tougher it gets, trust me. And that guy is also bogged down with responsibilities and pressures, and sometimes he cannot see the things that are going right, and you bringing it to his notice, you're doing the greatest favor for him. It puts him in a good mood. It puts him in a position of control where he can take your file and show it to the other departments and say, hey, look, sales is doing this or marketing is doing this, and these are the best practices, here, follow it. And that is your fast track to success. And I would take point 5 as the formula. The charity begins at home. Okay, all of this is great at work, but what if nothing works? Let's say you are doomed. Let's say you're working in the worst place ever, that there is no opportunity for you to promote yourself. Let's say, for example, what holds you back from every Friday or every Saturday or every Sunday or every Monday, whichever is your favorite day, sit with your family and say, today is the achievement day. every Friday we sit together and we talk about what was your greatest achievement of the week, and it's compulsory for everybody to talk. That way you're encouraging your children to talk about their achievements. You see, if they are going to be shy when they grow up, if you're going to inculcate values in them that, oh, you should not talk about yourself, don't tom about yourself, don't blow your own trumpet, well, you're already impeding their progress. Yeah, sit with your family, ask your wife, what was your greatest achievement of the week, and they have something to say. It doesn't matter how small or big it is. Achievement is achievement. It's the way you feel about it. Encourage your children to talk. You put forward. And why not, click a family achievement day picture and post it on the social media. Hey, what holds you back from putting your accomplishments on the social media? On Instagram, this is my achievement, this is what I did. Instead of just putting pictures of, just selfies and don't know what to say, it would be so cool to be out there promoting yourself and also giving others credit. You see, when people check your posts and they say, he did this, okay, probably even that guy did exactly that but didn't think it was worthy enough of appreciation. You're putting the good word out. Look, if you have done these 5 steps, and let us say you are working, like I said, in the worst place on the planet where nobody appreciates you, nobody cares about you, let me tell you, if you have done these right, your days in that organization are numbered, because there is nobody who can hold someone back who is moving out there, not just succeeding but also making it known. There will be a day where you will be found out by the right people, and I hope to God that those are the people in your own organization, because if you are succeeding, if you are achieving, they better keep you. And if not, you will be found. Don't worry about it. It may take time, but it is inevitable. But like I said, it all boils down to who is going to take responsibility for pushing you forward. You be the one. Don't put your destiny, your future, your dreams in somebody's hands. Yes, a segment of it depends on them. But if you take control of your own promotion, of your own successes, of your own recognition, then by virtue of that, you've also taken responsibility for their share. And I tell you, my friend, success without recognition isn't very exciting. And promotion without promotion first doesn't happen very fast. If you want to get onto the fast track of success, take 100% responsibility of your own promotion. And I hope these 5 points help. This is exactly what I do. It helps me. I have worked with so many people, and I can tell you these 5 steps are almost a guaranteed formula. Yeah, I wish you luck, and I'm rooting for your success. Stay tuned.